Right, here we are, everybody. Rufford Ford, and it's all closed off. The police, not just, I think there's two police people in this car. And this, and they sat with the engine running as well. Not like wasting council money, is there? How ridiculous is this? So, how long have you been here? How long you been here? How long you been here?
Right. You okay?
Yeah, how long you been here?
All day.
All day?
Yes, yeah.
2 officers?
Yeah.
To block a Ford?
Yes.
How crazy is that?
Pardon?
How crazy is that?
Well, you know, there's risk to people, isn't there? So we're here to prevent that.
Well, the road is clearly closed off. You're paying 2 officers, you sat there with your engine running. It's costing a fortune to stop people driving through a Ford.
Yeah, that's not my decision, is it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, not obviously not night, but what about all farm vehicles that have to go through?
Well, the farmers are quite supportive of what's going on at the minute because of all the incidents that have been taking place.
Right, so are you telling me that the farm vehicles can't go through either?
Pardon?
The farm vehicles can't go through either?
We've discussed with the farmers, they're happy to go round, they're supportive of what's happening, like I just said.
Right, so how long is there going to be a police presence here then?
Pardon?
How long is there going to be a police presence here?
Probably for a number of weeks until some permanent fixtures come in.
A number of weeks?
Probably, yes.
I can't believe it. And somebody gets the house broken into and they can't get police to attend or anything like that?
I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually just get a crime number.
Right.
You know?
That, I apologise if that's your experience, but
it is my experience.
that's not quite how it is.
Yeah. I don't know. So how far up there is the road blocked off then, or is it just
You can
just
see
here?
just there.
Because at the end here you've got signs up saying that the Ford's closed.
Yeah.
Is there any further up there?
Yeah, to notify people as they turn onto the road that it is closed. It's when you get so far down.
Right. And what about all through the night? Is going to be officers here all night?
The road is closed.
Yeah, I've said, is there going to be police officers here all night?
There'll be a presence, yeah. The road is closed anyway.
Even at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, regardless, the road's closed, it's a lawful closure. Obviously, if someone's to breach that, then they'll be prosecuted. Because that's just like any other road closure, if there was roadworks, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I understand that, but
yeah.
I just think it's a bit ridiculous. I mean, police say how
someone's going to end up losing their lives, aren't they?
You know, I mean, it's clearly marked as road closed and there's cones over. You know, the police are saying how stretched the resources are at the moment. And they've got 2 of you sat here, not just 1, but 2 of you sat here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a local agreement between the council and the police, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I'm just amazed that for a police force that's stretched to the limit, they've got two of you sat here doing nothing, really.
Well, we're not doing nothing. We're preventing people from serious harm. There's a risk to the public, isn't there, when people are doing what they're doing around here, and that, you know, the speeds that they go through, the accidents that they cause. I would argue that it's more resource intensive for people to be driving through here causing accidents, which then demand on police resources higher than having 2 officers sat here preventing that. Because
what accidents?
Can I finish what I'm saying? Can I finish?
Yeah.
When someone comes through and breaks their legs and you need air ambulance, fire, multiple police vehicles, intensive care unit and a hospital A&E,
right,
that's a lot more costly than it is having 2 officers here preventing people from coming down.
That was one incident over many years.
Okay, but that's the great lengths that it goes to, isn't it? And that's what can happen. That's the consequences of obviously what's been going on down here. So that's reality, and we're here to prevent that from happening again.
I would have thought that the cones and everything else were enough to stop it.
Well, you know, maybe it is, but they're just not really willing to take that risk. That's the thing, and you know, maybe it's not.
So is this a council's decision then?
Pardon?
Is this a council
It's a local agreement between council and police that have come together to try and mitigate the risk to the public.
Is that not
and
council
also
or the
local
council?
Pardon?
Is that not council?
I believe it's a mixture between all the councils that are involved in this area.
Right.
And the police themselves.
So what are the plans for the Ford, do we know?
Well, there's going to be some permanent closures put in place.
permanent closures?
Yes.
What, like concrete barriers, that type of thing?
I can't go into details to exactly what's going to be put in place.
Because you're not privy to that information.
There's going to be some permanent closures.
So this is going to be permanently closed from now on?
For a period of time, until they come up with a better solution, probably, yes.
Right.
Obviously, as it's getting colder and it's getting icier, the risk is greater as well, isn't it?
Well, you know, I mean, you can say that about anywhere you drive.
Well, yeah, you could, I totally agree. But, you know, with it being the Ford and the way that people drive through it, and obviously because what they're, you know, there's like the media attention and stuff like that, that's why people come down here, isn't it? And it's obviously just the risk to people of doing
People
that.
come down here to enjoy themselves. People come through to, yes, make a splash. People come through to stand on the bridge and get splashed.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's been going on for years, hasn't it?
Yeah,
But in the last sort of like 6 months, it seems to have got worse than what it has been.
Yeah, and people come down to video
People are taking a higher risk because people are going through at higher speeds, going through it when it's extremely deep, and it's just not safe.
They've always gone through it when it's extremely deep for years. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to see cars get stuck in here. You know, I'm not blaming you in any way at all.
Yeah.
I'm just expressing my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been going on for, well, you know, I'm 67 now, and my granddad used to fetch me down here when I was a toddler to watch him get stuck.
Yeah.
And they used to get stuck. You know, so it's been going on for 60 years at least, as far as I know.
Well, the Ford's always been here. It's not going anywhere, is it?
Yeah. You know, and all right, it's had a certain amount of publicity over the last few months, I agree. But, you know, even when there's nobody here, I mean, I've stood in there, out the way, I've had my camera running, but nobody's been able to see me. And they still come screaming through and making a big splash, without an audience, and I mean, I know YouTubers like myself get blamed for egging them on to do it. But they do it when there's nobody here.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I say, I'm not saying that it's anyone's fault per se, but, you know, everyone together, collectively...
You should tell me when you're recording me, by the way.
Pardon?
You should tell me when you start recording.
I don't have to, it's a public interaction, I'm in a public place just as you are, we can all record. I don't have to inform you of that unless I'm in a private place, and I'm not at the minute. It's a public area,
Right.
And you can see that the camera's illuminated, and it's just because I'm engaging with you, that's literally it.
Right. No, I just wondered why you wanted to record me, that's all.
I tend to record most of the interactions that I have with members of the public.
Yeah. Can't say you blame you, because I do.
Pardon?
I always record interactions.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, what do you... well, you're not allowed to give me your opinion, really, are you? You have to go along with...
No, I can give you my honest opinion if you wish.
Yeah.
My honest opinion is that, you know, this is a lovely place, okay? It has been used for years, and I totally agree with what you're saying, but the risk and the, should we say, the audience that's been coming here has got bigger, which means, you know, there's more reason for people to come down, backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
People are increasing the risk just because of the speeds they're going. Like, this is a 30 road because it's a village, there's people that live here, but people are going really excess speeds. You've got to think of, like, aquaplaning, risk to the public, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
there's pedestrians in the area. Yeah, and that's all it's about. We just don't want people to come across serious harm. And I know you talk about cost of officers being here and everything, but like I say, when things go wrong, it's a lot far greater than what it is to have 2 officers here just to prevent anything from happening.
But you can't do that at every dangerous junction or every place on the road. No,
but this
and there are places that are a lot more dangerous than this.
This isn't necessarily a dangerous junction, is it? This is a Ford. It's not going anywhere, and it's not a quick job to resolve what's happening.
No.
So it's just a temporary measure, just to try and prevent anything getting any worse than what it already has.
Yeah.
That's it. And most of the people that have been down here have engaged really well, and they're quite happy that some action's being taken, because for like local residents and stuff, it's becoming a bit of a nightmare. Just with like the parking and stuff, you know, because the amount of people that come.
I understand that.
You know, and if people went through nice and steady and that was it, and it was just people to, you know, have a bit of a laugh and enjoy it, that's fine. And I know that people probably don't come out on here intent on causing serious harm.
No.
You know, of course not. But things happen, accidents happen, people get a bit too excitable, and unfortunately stuff goes wrong, and we just want to prevent that.
I mean, why would they want to come down here and cause any harm?
Exactly, and I'm not saying that anyone does, but unfortunately, obviously things have gone slightly wrong, and so at some point someone needs to step in and do something about it. So that's just what's happening at the minute. But like I say, this is short-term planning. What happens long-term, I don't know, but that's something that's still being worked on. So
Yeah. It's going to be a bit boring Saturday at 3 o'clock in the morning now.
Yeah, maybe so. Unfortunately, it won't be me today. So,
right. So what time did you start here?
But we've been here since 8 o'clock this morning.
You yourself?
Yeah.
Have been here since 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. What do you do if you want the loo then?
Well, these guys look after us. They're happy for us to use the loo if we need to. They're fully supportive of it. Obviously, this is like a nice wedding venue as well. So.
Yeah. Well, that's normally shut about 3 o'clock.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, there are two sides to this because, I mean, that car park up there on a weekend is packed at a £5 a chub. This cafe here, they're queuing out the doors, you know, and obviously the local residents, and I mean, I know you say that they're okay with it, but they've got like a 3 or 4, maybe even a 5 mile detour to get onto the Nottingham Road, you know, so there is the other side to this.
Of course there is, of course, I totally accept that, but what's more important, someone's life or someone having to go a bit more out their way to make their journey? I would argue that life is more important.
Well, so would I.
Yeah, so that's the catalyst for this.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just trying to protect people, that's all it is. Hopefully they can come up with something that's not so obstructive in terms of like fully closing the ford and the road permanently,
yeah.
But that's just not there yet. So.
Right. I mean, just cut the speed bumps and do it.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, you know, people still can go stupid speeds over it, can't they? It's not to say that it won't happen.
Yeah.
I think they need to come up with something a bit better than that. But what that is, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
What's your name, by the way?
My name's PC Martin.
All right. I only wanted your first name.
Well, that's my name. You can call me that if you wish.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks for your time.
No,
anyway.
no problem. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I just wanted to come down and have a look, and
yeah.
I mean, I've seen it on the internet, and I thought I'd come down and have a look.
Yeah. Have you had to travel far, or?
Oh, only workshop.
Right. So not too bad.
Yeah, I won't come from workshop. Thought I'd come down and have a look.
Yeah.
Right, well, thanks for your time.
No, not a problem. That's all right. You take care.
What time are you knocking off?
Pardon?
Time do you knock
We've
off?
only got a couple of more hours and someone else will be swapping over with us, so not too bad.
All right. All right then.
All right, take care.
Thanks.
Look after yourself.
Ta-da, mate. Bye-bye. So there you go. A police presence 24/7. I personally think it's a bit crazy, but that's not down to me. I'm not making the laws, I'm not making the rules. But they've got cones across the road further up there, they've got them here, and they've got massive big signs at the end of the road. I don't really see why they need a police presence. You know, all they need is a phone number, whereas any of the locals see people moving the cones and driving through, quick phone call, police turns up. But, you know, that's not down to me. Anyway, just a quick video. If you found it interesting, give it a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe, and guess what? I will see you in the next one. Bye everybody, see you soon.